Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Subscribe for more Manchester United news, match previews, and transfer updates. Man United will be working to loan out Antony in January and could agree a permanent deal long before the window opens, according to the club's former chief scout. Mick Brown, who spent over a decade at United during their most successful period and remains very well connected at the club, exclusively told Football Insider that they will look to get the winger's wages off the bill by any means necessary. This comes shortly after reports link the Brazilian winger with a return to Ajax, while Newcastle United and Crystal Palace have also been credited with an interest. Brown has insisted that the 24-year-old is no longer a part of Erik ten Hag's plans, but there are doubts over whether clubs would be interested in a permanent move for his services. He has featured just twice in the Premier League so far this season, with both of those appearances coming from the bench, and is no longer seen as an important player. As a result, United are likely to entertain loan offers that include a potential option or obligation to buy upon the expiry of the deal. However, in any case, the buying club will have to cover a large percentage of his wages, which will free up space for a potential new signing. Antony arrived at Old Trafford for a fee of £86 million in 2022, and there is a growing acceptance at the club that they will be forced to cut their losses. Man United to entertain loan bids for Antony in January. Having made 87 appearances since joining the club, Antony's record of just 12 goals and 5 assists from the wing in that time has led to growing frustration within the club. Brown, who also spent time as Sir Alex Ferguson's number 2 for a period, has insisted that the club are assessing their options about the Brazilian's long-term future. From what I'm told, there are clubs willing to take him on loan with a possible option to buy. That way, they'll be able to judge his performances and see if they want to pay for a permanent move, whatever that fee may be. What Man United are looking for at the moment is just to get him off the wage bill. You'd hope that he rediscovers the talent he seemingly had in the first place and either brings that back to United or gets bought for a decent fee. I think he's probably the least effective player they've ever bought. Man United take the lead in race to sign Javi Guerra from Valencia. Manchester United are plotting a swoop to sign Valencia's midfielder Javi Guerra after taking the lead in the race for his signature, as per Fichajes. The talented midfielder came close to joining La Liga giants Atletico Madrid last summer, but the club ended up signing Chelsea's Conor Gallagher instead. The Spain U21 international is one of the few shining lights in a poor Valencia team that sits bottom of the table. His performances at the heart of Los Chess midfield have attracted the interest of several clubs including United. According to Fichajes, the 21-year-old's ability to carry the ball, efficiency in distribution, ball recovery and future potential have piqued the interest of the Red Devils, who believe the midfielder could slot into the team immediately and eventually become an outstanding player in the Premier League. Guerra presents an attractive proponent in the transfer market to Valencia, and the Spanish club are aware that keeping the midfield ace at the Mestalla will be difficult, as European top clubs like United are already on his radar, according to the report. The Spaniard's contract at the Mestalla Stadium will run until 2027 with a €20 million, £16 million valuation by Transfermarkt, which could be a bargain for Manchester United if they get a deal done. Guerra's deal should be a no-brainer. United have not been at their best this season and have struggled domestically and in European competitions. Summer signing Manu Ugarte is yet to be fully up to speed with the intensity of the Premier League, but the Uruguayan midfielder did show his outstanding qualities in the draw against Fenerbahce in Istanbul. On the other hand, Casemiro is aging and his performances indicate that his peak years are way behind him. Hence, swooping for a young promising midfielder to bolster the Red Devils' midfield is needed, and Guerra would be a superb addition. Despite being only 21, Guerra has gained valuable first-team experience in the Spanish top flight and has become not just one of the best young central midfielders in La Liga, but in Europe. His combativeness in tackling, efficiency in passing and high-level technical qualities are characteristics that would make him instrumental to United's midfield, and getting him for £16 million would be an absolute bargain. Gary Neville pinpoints when he thinks Erik ten Hag will be sacked, with pressure becoming unbearable after Man United lose again. Manchester United legend Gary Neville has stared into his crystal ball and revealed when he believes beleaguered boss Erik ten Hag will be relieved of his duties at Old Trafford. The Red Devils plumbed new depths on Sunday after slumping to a 2-1 defeat at the hands of West Ham thanks to a last-minute penalty converted by Jared Bowen. Ten Hag later branded the decision yet another example of injustice against his struggling side. Crescencio Somerville's 74th-minute opener followed a first half devoid of quality and was soon cancelled out by a Casemiro header before Bowen broke United hearts. The defeat leaves the Red Devils in 14th, below the Hammers, having won just 11 points from their first 9 matches, piling pressure on a struggling Ten Hag. Now former right-back Neville has pinpointed exactly when he thinks the Dutchman will get sacked, while talking on his Sky Sports podcast. He said, "Erik Ten Hag is asking for trouble. He's 14th in the league 9 games in, and 9 games is nearly 25% of the season gone. It will be a big worry for everybody at the club because the performance levels. United should have been up but they lost. They are 14th, they've spent a fortune. I was quite clear at the end of last season that if they're in that same position in the league after the first few months there will be a lot of questions being asked. They've got a game in midweek but it will all come down to next weekend's game against Chelsea. Anybody that is half decent, that can play, have the quality in parts of the pitch, can beat this United team and they're in danger. I don't think there can be another defeat next weekend at Old Trafford. It's getting to that point where there is a real worry. I'm worried. The results, the lack of goals, lack of performances are stacking up week after week. These are the players that have been recruited over the last couple of seasons mainly. It's a sobering time. It's getting to the point whereby it will become unbearable the pressure in the next week or two around Ten Hag purely because of the position in the league. They're 14th. You can't be 14th in the league after 9 games. Earlier this week, it was revealed the club had held secret talks with a number of managers over replacing Erik Ten Hag as the Dutchman once again fights to save his job at Old Trafford.